President Yoon Suk-yeol announced martial law around 11 p.m. last night, so many South Koreans didn't even know that one of the most dramatic turns in the last 5 decades in their country had actually happened till they woke up this morning. Many of them then heading down here to the National Assembly to protest on the steps, to call for the impeachment of President Yoon Suk-yeol or to call for him to step down immediately and avoid that process. This is where 190 lawmakers last night pushed through the military, some climbing over the fence, the military breaking windows to try and stop them get in, to try and seize control of the assembly. But once inside, they had that vote overturning the state of martial law. The army said they would not leave these premises until the president had given them the order to do so, which he did around 4:30, accepting that vote inside the assembly. But of course, the big question, what comes next? This may be a little calm before the storm, not the calm after the storm, because what we're hearing is there are growing calls for the president to step down. Many of his key aides have offered to resign, and ministers, even within his own party. The head of the People Power Party has said that the party is embarrassed by this, that they were caught off guard, that it was a serious mistake, and that, change must happen. So it sounds like even within his own party, there are moves to really get rid of President Yoon and get him to step down. How that will happen, we don't know. Whether he will go, whether there will be impeachment proceedings, whether there will be mass demonstrations. But certainly there seems to be a lot of momentum at the moment. People are very angry about this state of martial law, so reminiscent of the military dictatorship. Nothing like this has really happened since 1979, and people say it should never have happened in the first place, just because President doesn't have a majority in the National Assembly and can't get his budget and other measures through. Nobody sees that as a serious reason to declare martial law. So again, people, even as I'm talking, gathering here in front of the National Assembly, the crowds keep growing, the protests keep growing. This is no doubt a sentiment that will be spreading right across the nation, and we can expect probably more calls for the president to resign in the coming days. Jack Barton, CGTN, Seoul.